Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. Today we're continuing on with our Fragile Flame run. I think we have one region left to the mountain, as it's saying right there. So I was thinking that I was going to go through the Shroud here because it should be relatively easy as long as I stay away from the Leviathan. Shouldn't be too bad. And since I'm not going to be going through the sprawl, I'm just going to get rid of the almanac here just because we're really short on space. And then I do need to use some items. So what I was thinking here is to use the wild tea here to remove a quirk on Baldwin, since I don't really care about Lurker on him. And then we have meditative totem. And I believe it was Chatterbox here I wanted to get rid of. So there's that. Ceremonial drum actually might come in real handy here. So let's pop that on Dismiss because we have this tormenting locket on him, and as long as he's in rank 4 he gains extra crit. I don't think movement resistance is going to be a thing on the mountain boss. There are very specific enemies that kind of act like the Darkest Dungeon 1 piranhas from the Cove. That should help me a little bit with space. I was kind of contemplating around with this uncommon seashell, so I'm gonna replace the hail drought here. Didn't I put the smoldering hymenal on someone? I want to say I did. Maybe I was saving it for Sahar, just because of her ridiculous speed there. So I'm gonna keep saving this for her just for the last mountain boss. Just because of how Idle Thought works. Right here, if I don't get a different trinket, this is gonna be really bad for me come the mountain boss, because we're not gonna beat it come 4 turns. So I'm gonna get rid of the Greater Hail Drought, just because I do think that the uncommon seashell is going to be better for me, especially with the on-hit Intimidate combo. That way Baldwin at least, well, maybe he doesn't have the combo thing there, but then Audrey, I don't have Audrey either. The only thing that really helps is the resistance piercing with combo, but that's alright. That'll give us an extra space. And then I did pop on the Merchant's Guild seal here, so we do have a little bit of cheaper things at the Provisioner. I am going to buy the Death Cap Spores for the mountain, just a little bit of preparation. I'm going to get the Songbook of Morris Ballads for relationship stuff, and the Songbook of Touching Dirges. And there's no food gear here, so let's use these really quick. And just see kind of where things land. So I can get a friendly with Para and Dismiss, as long as this isn't bad. Unfortunate. Now, item-wise, I don't feel like I'm gonna need the Burn Salve anymore, so let's get rid of that. I can put on the Triage Kit as an as-needed thing, and then this for space. It puts me at the 23 mark. Mastery points, I have 3 to use. So I was thinking of upgrading Solemnity for the better heal. Now Baldwin is basically how I need him. If I upgrade Break and Reflection, that's icing on the cake. I don't feel like upgrading Preparation is going to do much, or again is going to do much for me. Magnesium Rain, I'm not really using much on Para this time around, and Battlefield Medicine's only a 5 heal. However, it would be helpful to get the Remove Bleed, Blight, Burn on self whenever she uses it. So we'll keep that in mind. I may need Pistol Shot for the boss, the mountain boss, but I don't need to upgrade it yet. So what we're going to do is upgrade Battlefield Medicine, because there's a very good chance that Para is going to get bled in this area, and then she can heal someone else or remove their bleed while removing her bleed. And then I can get an extra riposte on Dismiss while getting a dodge token on him, upgrading the damage and the crit on it. Feel like that's a good plan. We'll upgrade the wheels, and then I'm going to put the mixing kit on.
Ready for
Just because I'm not sure we're going to run into a hoarder. And then we'll be off. We have 6 spaces to use. If we spend the right things, we might have good spots. So let's go.
tried and tested.
All right, a respectful.
Bound to be
A good one at that, it looks like. And hopeful, which actually isn't bad. Duelist Advanced, de-stressing Sahar, again de-stressing Dismas, we can use that to our advantage. Indiscriminate Science, giving Baldwin a strength, and Purge, giving Para a strength. Interesting. Alright, let's go finish off this run. Not sure why I just got a candle, but we just got a candle. Oh man, I love this candle in this area.
On the
Light
tide,
is so cool.
Brined in noxious degradation.
Alright, I see a few cool things. Like I said, I actually want to avoid the lair here. So we want to avoid this. It wouldn't be a bad thing to hit these Oblivion ingresses. And it might not be a bad thing to hit the hospital, I think. Because locking in Bloodthirsty here could be huge. So, if I want to do that, I'd have to hit this Hoarder, this Oblivion's Ingress, which would mean probably this Unknown, this fight, either one of these Ingresses, which would mean the Churchurgeon, which unfortunately means skipping the Vintage Collection, but we do get to go to an Oasis then. And I can either go to the Militia and get combat supplies, or a Unknown. Let's go get this. Because there is a fight along the way. There is a chance that this is the collector or something. It is this little bugger. Okay, it's the implication, of course. Preparation, go into aggressive stance. We're gonna bleed everyone.
Any being.
Of course, the cannon's immune to that. We're gonna Plague Grenade. Get rid of one of the block tokens. I believe that the crack shot goes down on his next turn. I'm gonna Duelist Advance to get the attack back. That way when the implication attacks, there is the riposte.
Incremental.
Baldwin?
Deadly all the same.
I can't do what I want. A weak token on implication just in case. I can put a Vuln on it, which would remove the block plus. Plague Grenade. Withstand to reduce damage on him. Double tap. There we go. Now I do need to deal with the Hatchet Men still, but that's not going to be as big of a deal, I think. Okay, Flick, take out Pillager. Actually, I was thinking he had less health, but that's fine. Just gonna Solemnity to get rid of stress here. We'll be fine. Double tap again. Take out that cannon. Noxious Blast him. He goes down to Blight.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Load cannon. Pair of heals.
A little help impeccably timed.
Put Voln on, get rid of block. Hopeful.
Cooperation.
Just a bunch of resistances, right? Yep. Alright, double tap. And cannon go bye-bye.
Persistence will overcome even the greatest.
What's that for an implication? A Dead Ringer? Iron Banded Wheels. Both of them are kind of worthless at this point in time. So we'll leave those. Not that they're not okay. If I would have gotten them earlier in the run, I would have liked that. But they're a little worthless to me right now. Dismas sharing his bread is a little weird.
Giving into
Another candle.
is easier
Desperate
than
few.
holding out against it.
Will give me food for the flames.
Our heroes.
Wow, Baldwin stealing food. Combat item. Or minus candle, 10 candles plus flame, positive quirk, and a hero party buff. I've not seen this one. Here's to those of us still standing. I think I wouldn't have gotten this if Audrey didn't die. I want to see what the party buff is. So we're going to take this and get the buff. Baldwin did not like that. Plus flame. Do I get to see the buff somewhere? Conditions. For the entire region. Plus debuff, movement, and stun resistance. That's kind of cool. And then Dismas got Tactical Thinker. Plus 5% crit and on round start. Oh man, can I lock that in instead of Slugger? Round start plus 15% chance for a dodge plus. I like that. I really like that. That's a really good one for him. Ooh, General? General?
The vestiges
General.
of an invading army.
No.
Scattered and
Darn.
lost in
However, they are impervious, so stun resistance. Good thing I'm not using that. Alright, we're gonna grape shot so I can also hit the weapon rack.
Incremental, but deadly all
Plague Grenade, not Magnesium Rain, blighting him again. I'm going to intimidate the guy in the back row. Oh, he resisted that, huh? Yeah, how about we just flick the barricade so we can get it down faster? I know that's a bleed on me, but that's fine. So he's got 7 out of 28. Wow. Well, that's another blight on him at least. Baldwin taking a few hits. This should take out the barricade. 14 and 14, he goes down, so let's double tap the swordsman. Baldwin can Solemnity, because that'll heal him full health and de-stress him, because he heals like 75% on top of extra healing stuff. Let's flick again. That'll get rid of the block token. He's down. Blight the swordsman. 10 blight on him is pretty nasty.
A slow suffering begins.
Break won't finish him off, but it will do some damage there. And then Dismas. I mean, this de-stresses Sahar. Nah, we'll double tap to finish him off, just to be sure.
Simple
There we go.
variable, easily resolved.
Alright. Crow's feet, we'll take those, and everything else leaving the chalk. I'm gonna put the crow feet on Para just so we can use those and get some extra bleed on whatever we fight next. Which I'm not sure when that will actually be. Chachurgeon.
A refreshing
I'm gonna have to be careful about how I use that.
the mind.
Alright, few supplies, flame stress, or flame stress. Let's get the few supplies while we're at it. Because I believe this will get me the water.
Abandoned or forgotten.
Yeah,
Ours now.
give me that water.
When deliberation is exhausted,
Alright, and then
your instincts.
table. Hopefully this doesn't end the run. I've been having a really bad time with it. Mr. Doctor lately, I should say. I can't really pronounce his name at all. But I feel like I'm far enough into the run where he shouldn't be too bad of a thing now. Yeah? Ooh, stew. That'll be helpful. Let us remain within the living world. I mean, Baldwin's kind of got a point. We barely enough light to flee. I mean, we got a lot of light. And then Para's like, leeches of a subspecies I don't recognize? I have to check it out. Alright, so the urchin should be pretty easy to take it. Oh, hell. I don't really have to ignore block or anything like that. Although having the give vul might be helpful. Let's do this. Preparation. Always the turn. I was just thinking, she has a thing that every turn she loses 100% of her attack power. So on turn 4, she's down to where she started. And every turn after that, she's losing attack. This might not be good at all. And they're all ordained. This is gonna be a fight. I should have, Profi, but that is what it is. So let's take out the urchin. Grape shot plus the blight should do the job. I thought.
On to the next.
There's still a way around this as long as I go first. Okay. So, one blight. We're gonna put a vuln on patient 2 here. Or should I just go for damage? We're not gonna hit him soon. Yes, we are. We'll put a vuln on him. We're gonna crow feet for. No, we're gonna save the crow feet for the next fight. We're gonna magnesium rain here. Because now, as long as the urchin burns, he dies.
Weakens and wanes.
Ooh. That's gonna call for a Salinity. We're gonna double tap patient. Or should I do this? No, we're gonna double tap. Okay, 7. He's got a 3 burn. He's got 1 health left. So he drops on his next. Baldwin, heal. So Salinity, 64 health back. I love that. He's a pretty good tank now that I've tried him as that. Touche, get Vuln on this one. That's only 4 damage. Okay.
A breakthrough.
And then we're gonna get a riposte. We're gonna set ourselves up a bit. Because now when this guy goes down on this turn, we get a full set of actions. So, Crow Feet. Everyone's bleeding for 2. Play grenade the back row because I want the Widow down.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
I'm gonna intimidate the ghoul. Now, Widow has 8 turn, so if I Grape Shot Blast, even a 7 takes her out. Okay. So we got some damage on the Church in there. Then let's do Touche on the ghoul for the Vuln. He resisted. Try this again. 1. I don't need to take any of that off. Okay. Let's do Withstand. Double tap the ghoul. We want him down next. I'm gonna probably want the bleed off of Baldwin soon, but I think we can wait a turn so that we can put a blight on the ghoul so he drops faster. Which one's the execution flick? Healing Baldwin, just getting the bleed and blight off there. And then let's do take aim for the crit. And then put a weak on the Church in there. Blight piercing. Can't hit him how I would like to. We can put a strength on you. Not that that's gonna matter too much. And pop. And pop. Ooh, that is some bad damage down there. 4 to 5, but we put a Vuln on him. We can now double tap him with 1 crit. Let's play grenade him for the blight.
The fiend's strength.
That counteracts his regain at least. Oh no, I was gonna get stressed down, but that's a meltdown, ain't it? Well, we need to Solemnity now anyway.
This is no time to falter.
How are we doing on these? Let's use this on Dismas for that bleed, and then we're gonna put the Vuln on him if we can. Double tapping. Blighting. And hopefully putting a weak on him. There we go.
incremental, but deadly also.
Double tap again. Come on, we can take him down this round. I forgot he has death armor, but yeah, she's got so much damage. This is what the mountain boss is gonna look like with this, by the way. She has so much damage down right now that she legitimately can't do anything other than put these debuffs on. I mean, this has execution on it. That works. Now, if I had bleeding in my kit, Spiked Skullcap would actually be really good. There is actually a way, I think, that I can make this work for the mountain boss. And to have Spiked Skullcap and Smoldering Hymenal on her. Oh, they changed Trefine Bird, thank you so much. I think how this used to work is it used to take 10% of their max HP away permanently. It made me never used to use it because I was so scared to lose that max HP. Like, and I was like, no, I'm not using it. I'm not using it. I want to give this a test run because I am, as much as I like Sahar with the idle thought on her, I'm so leery about using that for the mountain boss, you know? Like, I do need one more space, so we can get rid of the burrs, I think. Actually, I have a really stupid idea. I can change Baldwin's blinds to dodges. That doesn't help me, like, short-term in what I need to do, but... So if I have the Deathcap Spores, and I have one of these for the body, then I have two people with Pustle Selves. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Then I need to go to this ingress where I'm gonna use a few items like this fight.
The worst kind of parasite.
Why the implication again? And they're sturdy, so it has more health. I'm gonna Grape Shot right away just to hit the implication and the Fire Mouth. We'll Blight right away. 6 and 8, so next turn the Fire Mouth goes down.
Steady yourself.
And use a Glimmer of Hope just to get some of that. I didn't think I had the Glimmers of Hope equipped on her. Then we'll Touche. Because she has this stuff now, right? Okay. Put the Vuln on this guy. Doing significantly less damage, but that's fine. And Baldwin has all that stuff still, okay. So now you're going to Intimidate, put the weak on implication just in case the boom does go off. We're going to de-stress Baldwin.
Relief comes rarely.
Get rid of that.
Times. Savor it.
Blight the Hatchetman. He's got 9. I flick him, he's down. Duelist Advance, just get the attack back as a dodge and riposte on the boom.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
We're going to withstand. Alright. Put the Vuln on implication.
Weaken them, that another may finish the work.
Heal Sahar.
Small foundation of trust.
Weak this thing. Again. Double tap. Survive, so second shot. Now that I'm playing with that, I do like it. It just took me a long time to get used to the fact of, hey, I have to use a second shot if it survives. That should get rid of its blocks, yeah? I guess not. And then double tap.
Greater threats await those who dare.
Now I should have room for stuff. So let's throw on the cocktail. I feel more comfortable with you using the triage kit and saving those for the boss. Definitely going to use that on the mountain. That way I heal for more. And Ingress. They all want to fight. Let's get your relationship up. Alright. Cool. They're hastened, so they go faster. So definitely not getting Smoldering Hymenal off, but that's fine. Alright. Ooh. This would be a good case for Battlefield Medicine, though, so I could use it on Dismas and then get Para cleansed, but we are 6 to 10, or 10 to 14. You know what, I'll just do Grape Shot. That'll get the dodge off there, that'll hit the Herald a bit. Then I can touche, put the Vuln back on. I don't think I'm in too bad of a spot where I can't do that. Then I can Firebomb the Herald, or the Cherub here. Oh, it resisted that, and then Plague Grenade them. Now the Herald goes down. I can end. Ooh. Will withstand. So I was probably gonna miss with the blind. Then we're in defensive. So that's what it put us in for immediately doing that. Well, that's fine. Let's put a weak on. Cherub goes down, so let's Noxious Blast this one. Loses 12 health. Gonna burr you. And then we're gonna double tap. Because I love the move. And now that you're not weak, you're going to break. And then you can put a weak on the one with crit. So yes, it's a critical, but it's not as bad as it could be. So this one goes down. Just gonna do this again to get rid of the thing, and then let's double tap and see if we can't get rid of it. Healing Sahar.
A little help.
And that'll get rid of all the bleeds and blights and stuff. Limity to heal. Get rid of stress. Cure Dismas. 30% crit, and that might do the job.
Straightforward.
Duelist advance, and we're good. Alright. Another mastery for that. Now, this is the trinket I had originally wanted to replace it with. So we'll take all this and rearrange again. Because now this is viable. I'm losing 50% of the damage originally I had from Idle Thought. However, actually, we'll go with this one. I've had bad experiences with this Dark Impulse. They're all called Dark Impulse for some reason. I've actually had death blows happen from this Dark Impulse. Because when they get stressed, which is a 25% chance after the resistance, they take a damage. So if they're on death's door, and then they take the damage. So all this is very chance already, I suppose. But there is a possibility of it happening. So they're at 0 health. They take a stress damage before I can heal them. They'll take a damage, and they have to survive a death door check. Well, they can die from that happening. So I'm going to get rid of this one, because I just got the disease one. Now, I've already explained why I wanted to get rid of this. It's really good for everything up until the boss, the mountain boss. So I'm going to keep that around, I think. Then I'm going to replace it with this one. It's going to lower her health down to 22, which is kind of counteracted by the pet, because she has 28 base, -9 from the trinket, +5 from the pet. But she does 50% more damage as a base. So we're going to do that. Now, does anyone need a topper on what we have here? Yes. I'm just going to throw this in here so I have more room. I'm not going to be using that one. Unless, like, absolutely necessary. That just lets us pick up more loot because, you know, loot goblin. Hear me snicker and roar.
Primeval, water-worn monoliths were flung up
Monolith.
on the floor by some unexplainable
Hero party
tectonic
strength and hero. Oh, so it does mark those. Why do I have a feeling I'm gonna need it if it's offering it to me? Hey, it got us to 20 with Sahar. Okay, this isn't bad, but these are the enemies I was mentioning are kind of like the piranhas from Darkest Dungeon 1, where I believe they can knock people around or pull. So, we're going to start with Touche. I really want the cabin boy down. That one can morph into like any enemy in this area, if I recall correctly. See, movement resist. Double tap on the Ordained. Let's get him down. So now he has 5 health. With Era blighting him, he should go down. Yay, movement that I didn't want. I was contemplating using the spring water there for the stress, but we don't need it quite yet. Baldwin can withstand. I was going to use something else, but I don't want to risk the blind right now. Double tap the one at the back.
A master stroke.
Treat him like a zombie. Touche you. Good old Baldwin there. intimidate him, blight him some more. Not necessarily worth the 6 candles, but I guess the relationship stuff was to me. I don't really need candles on this playthrough right now, because I've unlocked basically everything that would be used for gambling, essentially, to get items pre-run. That's all they're worth at this point in time. Or saving for the Abomination, which I believe I might have enough candles right now for everything that he would need.
That was the world. Fragmented and...
So Sahar can give me speed and crit, and that would just be for Sahar, I think. I do like how that's mentioned now, though, is it for party or is it not? Okay, I will heal that now. We're gonna Glimmer of Hope. Then we're gonna Touche. Actually, this fight might go on longer, so we're gonna Preparation first. Then we'll go on to the Touche and stuff. Grape Shot the back. Stress Heal. Blight Grenade.
What a welcome one,
And they're blighted, which is awesome. He's not blinded, so we're going to Intimidate, hitting the Clarion Call. No, the Clarion Caller doesn't do damage, that's just dot damage. So we'll hit one of these guys, they do the actual damages.
Steady yourself.
I mean, it's not too much considering it's on Baldwin. Alright. Now, I definitely want the altar down, so we're going to Touche it. This is just going to put the Vuln on because we have our stance now. Well, that's a miss. I believe the Herald here goes down on next turn. Double tapping the altar. Six and 8, so it needs a little more damage on it. We might be able to do that. Or actually, it's burn resistance. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Somebody won't heal. So let's break. Guards are gone, or blocks are rather. Magnesium Rain here. We burn, which resisted. Darn. It does go on next turn, though. Oh, we got someone. Alright, double tap. Let's take out the one that has everything on it and no blocks. Sahar, Touche, please. I'm counting on Baldwin doing Solemnity, so we're going to do this to get stress down. Then we're going to Blight. It goes down to Death's Door, I believe. Solemnity for the stress and the heal. De-stressing Dismas again.
Help impeccably timed.
Get the block token off, blight him. Duelist advance for the riposte and de-stressing Sahar. Let's see, yeah, I'm not gonna like Death Door it or anything if I hit the first row. It does go to Death's Door, so I can finish it off. Is gonna be the thing there. Let's just put the Vuln on you.
Steady yourself.
I mean, go Para. And I would wait around to do something with Baldwin here. But I don't think it's gonna work the way I want it to just because of the death armor there. So, execution. And then we got more flame. Yay! Mastery, flame. Wolf's blood is not going to help me out here. This is a dark impulse I already tossed. Experimental remedy is a signature item for the inn. I will take that. It looks like I gotta take everything to be able to take that, and then I can just toss them. So, this dark impulse can go. Wolf's blood can go. And I'm gonna be good on light. So there's like one, if not two, ramparts ahead of me just to refresh my light. I'm not gonna go to the hoarder. I have everything I need. Up for relationship with Baldwin. I'll take it. Okay. So we're gonna grape shot these guys. Get aggressive stance. Ooh. We're gonna remove the blind. Blight the back row.
A breakthrough.
And see what happens. Sahar can touche, and let's Vuln him,
A brilliant.
nearly taking him out in the process. Grape shot again. Ten and 6, okay. So I can basically leave them alone just on the chance because he's taking that turn now. And it looks like the cherub can be left alone too. So let's intimidate and get rid of one of these blocks. Hit you on the off chance that you go before Dismas.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
This has execution, so if I hit for 14 or a crit, you go down. Which leaves us with this evangelist. Double tapping. I'm gonna Solemnity for the stress on Baldwin here. That removes a lot more than reflection. I thought he would have gone down. He's got 1 health left though. Flick. Double tap. Because this has execution once again.
Messy, but effective.
I'm going to heal Sahar.
This wound, at least, has
Solemnity for stress again. And the huge heal. Cherub goes away.
sweet reprieve until the next test is put before you.
I think I'm going to keep the impulse I have, but this wouldn't be a bad one either, given the situation. But we're good. Okay, how many mastery points do I have? 5 banks from this. Oh, but I wanted to go to the hospital. That's right. So I know I'd get another mastery point by going here, and then if not anything from like those barricades, but I can lock in at least 1 quirk. If not 2, we're going. If I beat the run, those quirks stay. That's a big thing about that, is if I can get to the hospital, lock in the quirks, and they survive, the quirks stay. So I doubt I'm going to get anything here. The big things would be, okay, he has a pot and still food item. So this would be extra speed for me. I just need to get rid of something then. Actually, do I even? I do not. Ha ha ha. And then I don't think anything else was really worth me getting. Especially if I'm trying to lock stuff in. So we're going to continue on. I know there's some things that could have been worth getting, but...
A simple choice. At least it should be. The loathing whispers.
Alright. So... Ooh. Okay, so combat items. I don't think I'm going to be needing this stun. So we can get rid of that. The other thing that, like... Oh, can I just get rid of the stale bread? Let's do that. It's a stack of 1 instead of like a stack of 2 or something like that. That doesn't stack evenly, so I don't think it's giving me like as much as it could. There we go. That's easy enough. Sahar, wellness, bloodthirsty to lock would be 32. To change... Oh, I can't unlock this. That's unfortunate. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna lock in Bloodthirsty, which is the plus 30% damage if target below 25% health, 5 crit. I think that's a really good one. Other than that, everyone else has, besides Baldwin, has something that I have locked in. So unfortunately, I can't get rid of Slugger for Tactical Thinker, which I think is better. But that is what it is.
Strength comes in.
And then we're gonna get rid of Smallpox. And that got me some room.
The loathing festers.
Alright, and then next is Rampart. And then we're at the mountain with not much to spend at the inn.
The loathing
So
howls.
this should be interesting. Alright, so because Cardinal might take a hot minute preparation, light the back row, because that'll get Cardinal and him.
Measured.
We're going to Grape Shot so we can get both of them once again. And screw this guy and his crit. We're putting the debuff on him if we can hit him.
Steady yourself.
Nah, that wasn't horrible. It did put the weak on Dismas, which isn't great, but whatever. Okay. Touche. Problem is both of these guys are gonna heal him. I need to put a blight on the altar, grape shot, and that'll take out the altar, but I also need to deal with the evangelist. So here's a plague grenade.
The enemy weakened.
It goes down next turn, actually. So I double tap. We might get somewhere on the evangelist here.
A master stroke.
And like I said, screw your crit there, sir, for Baldwin.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Oh, 2 misses in a row. Flick take him out. If I crit, Flick takes him out. I can't really bank on that, but let's go. Takes him to death's door at least, so I can do this. And execution him. And now he's alone, so double tap. Now he doesn't get healed, at least. That's a bonus. So he's weakened, but he's crit.
For who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Alright, so use Solemnity for the de-stress. I have a stupid plan. I'm not gonna do the execution. I want you to heal. Battlefield medicine. Somebody won't heal. Darn. Well, death blow. I was hoping to get a few more heals off, but I think between the travel to the inn and then the travel to the fights, we're good. Take the relics, take the baubles. Silent treatment isn't going to do me too much here, I think. And even if I did take it, it's a unforgettable, which would mean I need the stained or whatever it is.
The loathing festers.
This thing. Yeah, the stained. I don't have the right pet for that. So that's unfortunate. I'm really tempted to do just on a fun run. This probably wouldn't be a torch, but to do the what is it? The little shambler pet as a run, so I can equip like both of these on a thing, so I have all of the crit and all of the damage on, like, say, Audrey, who then benefits from having the stealth as well. Like, I know the builds. You just, one, need to get lucky enough for them, 2, have the characters for them at the time, and then 3, have the pets to pull some of them off. It's a lot of RNG. It's somewhat ridiculous.
There are yet places such as this.
Alright, Dismas gained a quirk. Pathfinder Sahar gained head injury, so combat start dizzy. Oof. And Baldwin got Slugger. That's actually really good for him. Alright. So we're going to start with the Experimental Remedy, which can remove negative quirks, and it removed 2 on Dismas. Precious Collection for the Leper, 2 targets plus healing received from skills per positive token and healing skills received per negative token. Ooh, who do I want to put this on? Because realistically, the way I play Sahar, she's not going to be getting many tokens. She's putting the tokens on other people, so Dismas would be the best, yeah. So let's do, but that doesn't take into consideration negative tokens, and she's up front and may need it. So let's do that. But little beauty yet remains. All right. Then the restorative herbs, travel, heal, and healing received for the entire region. I want that on Baldwin. We're going all out on the healing on Baldwin. Ceremonial drum. He's not being moved. This mop and bucket that I've been saving is going to Dismas. We need to change the trinket to the wounding words, because I've already explained why Idle Thought is not going to work at all. On the Wainwright, we're going to switch the Collector's Chandelier here to the Merchant's Guild Seal. That way I can buy a few more things, and I'm going to put on the Pot and Still over the Mixing Kit, just because Food Gear gives us extra speed. I'm then going to toss the Chandelier. I will put the Mixing Kit most likely back on, though, unless there's another Food Gear item, which I don't see. Okay. I do want to get rid of head injury. So let's try for the meditative totem on that. And that's going to be like most of what I have here. That was Sahar. Come on. Thank you. And then with the other 6 I have, we can get a whiskey bottle or we can get a whiskey flask. So Dismas and Baldwin would benefit from the bottle. Alright, everyone's friendly or above. Now with these baubles, is there anything that I can realistically benefit from? 10% crit. Just 10 crit. I could get rid of the Tormenting Lock and have no downside. Yeah? Why don't I do that? Because if in rank 4, 10 crit, Open Vein, which I don't use, would do 1 more bleeding, but gain on range skill, which is everything I do right now. So this has all of the upsides of what I use right now, with none of the downsides. Now I could change out Raven's Reach. Screw it. So back to the Wainwright, popping this on so I have a chance at possibly
The roads are rife with peril.
getting a few more healing items. I have 6 mastery points. Like I said earlier, I may need to use pistol shot. We're upgrading that. I'm gonna get preparation just in case I need to switch, and that'll give me the extra post damage for 4 turns or the crit and whatever. And just in case I need to use again, this has the chance of not removing my stance tokens. Now I have 3 left. That would get me either Magnesium Rain, Dismas has everything, and realistic, that's everything because we're upgrading Reflect, an additional stress removed, and 20 debuff resistance. Break getting 2 damage, ignores blind when target comboed, less chance to blind self. Alright, well, that seems like the plan. I'm gonna put the triage kits on for now, just so I don't waste those. And we're gonna go to the mountain.
For it now, but to press on, come what may.
And we're gonna see if all my planning was for something. With all the relationship stuff we had. Only 2, really.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
And they're both hopeful. Cool. Alright, so Noxious Blast de-stresses Sahar. Preparation de-stresses Para. Both of those kind of make sense, I suppose. Grape Shot Blast de-stresses Sahar, Flick de-stresses Dismas. Both of those are awesome given the situation. Alright, let's see if all this planning kind of works out.
At last.
What I don't remember is in Act 2 how many ramparts are on the way to the mountain. It's 1 or 2. We're gonna find out. Alright, all of them are just fights, so whatever. This one again. So we're gonna start with preparation. Yeah. I was second guessing myself there for a second. Lighting the back rows. Now Alter has quite a bit on it. We're gonna Grape Shot him. So between everything, he has about half his health missing right now. Baldwin can try to put a weak on the Deacon. That is a Deacon, right? I always get these guys mixed up. Yeah, Deacon. Okay. Now I'm going to flick... No. Flick would do up to 18. This... 6... I need to Grape Shot again. Unless Para can hit for... 7. Yeah, I need to Grape Shot again. So we'll just do Flick. Yeah, we're not going to hit for 7 with the block token on.
Lethality writ large.
So I really, really want that
Hold fast.
Alter gone.
For who knows what lurks.
That hurts like hell. That hurts, but at least Baldwin can take it.
Measured and steady.
We're not blinded or anything. So what we should do is probably get the block off here, intimidate just in case he gets the attack off. Now we can blight him. How bad's all that? Not bad. I probably should have healed Sahar, but that's fine for now.
A steady subtraction. An invariable rate.
11 to 14, so crit takes him out, but I'm not banking on it. Double tap to finish him.
The work continues.
Solemnity doesn't heal, so we're gonna withstand to get the block plus. Zero damage, but we do have a lot of bleed now. Alright, flicking for the vuln. I do want to heal Sahar here is the thing, so I'm just going to do Grape Shot.
This road cannot be walked alone.
And now I need to change items around because I think the mountain is right there. Yeah, okay. It's starting Act 3 that there's 2 ingresses on the way, or ramparts.
Nightmare Gate
is revealed. Beyond,
Let's do it.
only infernal nihility and non-existence. The seething sigh, stertorous avatar of
Okay.
ill-concealed
How much health
rage.
does he have? 280. So let's get rid of some of these. One less death armor. I do need to pop this. Oh, we can do that later. I want preparation for now. Double tap. I think that pops it. No. Okay. There we go. You're going to reflection for the debuff resistance, so there's less of a chance at blinding yourself in the future. Try blighting it. It resisted. Try blighting it again, because right now the lungs are immune to blight damage. Oh, it resisted with a 40.
Steady yourself.
Ah, blinded him again. Even with the resistance. Okay. And this is where Dismas shines. So, Death Cap again. Ignores block. Now, I'm hoping that Grape Shot does enough. We'll see. We'll add Plague Grenade.
Malaise,
Yeah, 10 damage.
measured, and
10 damage was enough? Okay. Well, I'm going to use a Pustule Cell for now. Just get rid of all of this. And that way we can get the taunts off. And possibly anything else? Okay, front row, so counting on Sahar. Touche with the flick. Blighting. Getting rid of the block. And double tap will probably do more here. So we'll go with that. Get rid of... Oh, man. He is taking so much stress damage as the thing right now. Back row now? Okay. So we can get rid of that. Let's do... Flick. Light. I really don't want to take a chance right now, so we're going to pistol shot. And get some more stress down. Get rid of that blind. Halfway there. Now he's got both lungs, so this is where things get a little iffy. But he's got a Vuln token right there, so I'm going to do Grape Shot. Now we're going to Blight this one. Flick does more damage. And we're going to intimidate him. And we still got our taunts. I'm gonna go for the grape shot, just getting the block off there.
Trammeled, trapped, held captive by fear.
Plague grenade, hopefully that pops it. It did. Going to go for a touche to put a vuln on him here, so it's not too much more damage to do the flick. And then we're gonna Solemnity for the heal and the stress, which is like a full heal with everything we put on him. Both lungs filled. Unfortunately, this is gonna pop the vuln on the middle. That's fine. Hopeful. A lot of debuff and all resistances, basically. We're gonna flick the middle. Not the middle, the... Oh boy. Still have a plan. Grape shot. Baldwin can probably pop this along with break. Break. And then everything on the middle this turn, because it's got 27 health. And as long as I get one of my characters with execution to hit it, it goes down. So 17 health left, 10 health left. Flick with execution, it's down.
Your fault was not in burying your furies, but in thinking they would accept such a fate.
And that's why I love Deathcap Spores. That went so much better than I thought it would.
At last, the veil begins to...
Oh boy. A lot of candles for that. Wow. Flame Triumph. So now I've done 3 with the Fragile Flame. I don't think I'm going to do the Fragile Flame next. I don't know what one I'm going to do next. However, a few people have been asking for me to do the modded stuff. I think my next run is going to be with modded content, and I'll just flip-flop between them, like one modded run, one torch run, things like that. I will keep doing the torch runs. I'm just not sure what I will do next for a torch. I will figure that out when I get there. I did get 84 candles for that, which will be really nice for when the Abomination comes out. If you can't tell, I'm basically hoarding my candles because I don't have too many.
While the flame still burns, hope remains.
And the only other thing I can really spend them on are, 1, the memories that I get like when I beat a level, and 2, like gambling for like pre-run items. Let's see what I unlocked. Dismiss. Is there anything good? Oh, those are all not great. I don't like the combat start stuff, so I guess either the... I think the best thing here for him would be the bleeding resistance, but what's the last one? Plus damage, and I have to pick between Sahar or Baldwin on who gets the damage, actually. And Sahar actually can do a lot of damage. I think a walk in the woods would help Baldwin the most, because if he gets out of ranks 1 and 2, he is screwed. He can't do anything really helpful in ranks 3 or 4, and he's best in rank 1 because what was it, Intimidate can't even be used in rank 2. So walk in the woods actually is really helpful for him if things want to knock him back. Let's get that on him.
A memory of
Then we'll throw a Promise Kept with plus damage on Sahar. And as far as Dismiss, that gives me stress resistance, bleed resistance, combat start, plus 20% dodge or travel heal. To me, a Summer's Day. and a lucky break are worthless. So let's go with either a hot bath or a mother's comfort. And a mother's comfort, the bleeding resistance, that has the higher probability of keeping him alive. Let's go with mother's comfort.
A fleeting impression of flickering light.
If you can't tell, some of these characters when I got these, I made them to be built in very specific ways, like Boudica here. I made her very specifically to be the carcass tank, and she is a tank. Dismas is most likely going to be the one of the, I think it was the yellow hand I liked the most in the past, but the upfront brawler. Sahar is going to be a damage dealer, of course. Pera is very, very much so built to be the Alchemist, not the healer. And I really wanted to build Vraynal to be the aggressor. And at one point I even had Sarmenti with a favorite toy as well. And that's why I didn't give Vraynal the favorite toy. It was choosing between who to give it to. But yeah, so next time I think I'm gonna try to do a modded run, which I do have mods installed. As you can see, not a lot. I do need to grab a few more. The reason I haven't dug too deep into them, as I've explained a few times and I'll explain at the beginning of the next episode,
Wait for the lantern's light.
is
What help may come.
it's making me re-unlock everything. And I didn't know how fun that would be for everyone. So I'm just pointing this out one last time before I do it, just in case people want me to back out. It's going to make me start at the tutorial with only these characters. And then like at one point I had the permanent mana arms unlocked and it wasn't even letting me use him for some reason. And it's gonna make me redo all of the shrines too. I will do it, because eventually I'm gonna have to bite the bullet if I want to do modded Darkest Dungeon 2 content, but I can do that on my own time rather than like as recorded content, if that makes sense. If people don't want to see that, and then later down the road just come out and go, hey, here's the modded content, because there's not too many modded heroes out right now. I can grab them and then go, hey, we can play with these guys. So, but yeah, that's going to be the plan for the next episode, or for Darkest Dungeon 2 at least, is I'm going to play around with them. I will make that a separate playlist, though, as the modded Darkest Dungeon 2. And then for like the torch content and everything like that, and normal Darkest Dungeon 2, we'll go forward with that. And then when Kingdoms comes out, it's supposed to come out Q4. I don't know when that's quite coming out. It might be next month, it might be December. I will probably make a separate Darkest Dungeon 2 Kingdoms playlist for those of you who want to see that. So I'll probably have 3 different Darkest Dungeon 2 playlists for the people who want to watch different things. So it might be a little bit confusing, but just keeping it separate for those who want to watch different things. But that's how things will be labeled if you want to watch separate things, as there'll be a modded Darkest Dungeon 2, there'll be the normal Darkest Dungeon 2, which is just the normal having fun or me doing torch runs, and then there'll be a Kingdoms one, and then obviously me doing Darkest Dungeon modded stuff, like the Darkest Dungeon 1 that I normally do as well, which I put up a community post about that and a community update about that recently as well. I am continuing that if you are interested in that. That's just taking me some time to figure a few things out. So that's kind of where things are at. Just letting you know how I might go forward with Darkest Dungeon 2. But that'll be it for this time. It really helps out the channel if you like the video, if you liked it. Dislike it if you dislike it. Comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.